Hello students, welcome to PhD Jobs and Admission. This is Gauri. So in this video, we are going to see steps of research part 1. I have divided this topic into two parts because it is a very big topic. So in this first part, we are going to see most important MCQs and tricks while solving these MCQs about the problem, that is research problem, then hypothesis and literature review. Okay, so I wish you will see my this video whole, and if you have any doubt then please ask me in the comment box, and after viewing this video all of your concepts about these topics will be solved. Okay, so as we know that we have to give PET PhD entrance exam, and the entrance exam is held at 6 November, and it has total 100 marks, and it has two sections, section A and section B. Section A is for research methodology and it has total 50 marks. Okay, and one question carries 1 mark, and that's why we are providing research methodology complete course, and in this course we have involved all these units which are available in the syllabus of research methodology. And in this complete course we are also providing you full syllabus video lectures, so we have theory and MCQs as well in it. Then also we are providing you full syllabus notes, mock tests. We have 10 mock tests like this and 40 MCQs. Okay, so total 400 MCQs are there. We are also providing you more than 1500 MCQs revision PDF, and that's why you can revise this PDF very well. That means you can revise these topics very well, and all these things are available in both the languages, that is Hindi and English. And I will give you 100% guarantee that because of this course you will secure passing marks in your examination, and as well it will help you to tackle with your interview sessions. Okay, so guys, to buy this course you can download global online app, and for that I have given the link in the description box, or else you can WhatsApp from these contact numbers, and the course fee is only 699 rupees. Okay, so students, let us start with our first question. Okay, so in this question it has been asked that what is the name of the conceptual framework in which the research is carried out. Okay, so the option is research hypothesis. Okay, research hypothesis is the part of research where you are predicting about the solutions of your problems. Okay, so you are predicting something in this. Okay, so it is not the conceptual framework of your research, and in which research is also not carried out. Okay, so this is eliminated. Second is synopsis of research. Synopsis of research is the part of research where it is means that it is the plan for research. Okay, so it is the basic planning for research, and in this part it includes statement of problem, then research objectives, hypothesis, procedure, and simple study design, then a sample to be selected, tools to be developed for collection of data, quantitative and qualitative techniques used for analysis and interpretation of data. Okay, so all these things come under this, and that's why this is also eliminated. Research paradigm means research approach. So what is the approach of your research? Okay, so this is also eliminated. And the last one is research design. Yes, research design is the conceptual framework of your research, and in which the research is carried out. Okay, after we have stated a research problem, and after that you will do the research design. Okay, so the correct answer is 4. Now in this question it has been asked that what does the longitudinal research approach actually deal with. So what is the approach of longitudinal research from these options? So longitudinal research is the long term research. Okay, and in this research what researcher examine similar people again and again. Okay, so they do it because they want to check the changes has occurred over a period of time. Okay, so the main approach of longitudinal research is that it is the long term research. Okay, so let us see options. First is long term research. Yes, so longitudinal research is the long term research, so this is the correct answer. Short term research, horizontal research, both are incorrect, so the correct answer is what? 1. Next, a researcher is interested in studying the prospects of a particular political party in an urban area. So, what tool should he prefer for the study? So, whenever a particular type of a researcher wants to study prospects of particular political party in an urban area, so what tool should he prefer for doing his study? So, as it is the urban area, so it has the literacy and also it has greater amount of population as well. Okay, and that's why there are many questions ruling about the particular political party, and to tackle those questions it is not sufficient that we will use the rating scale. Okay, so we have to do the questionnaire for such purposes. So the questionnaire is the sufficient tool, and based on that you can study the political party in an urban area. So let us see the options. First is rating scale. Okay, so as we have seen that rating scale is not sufficient, so this is eliminated. Interview. So as it is the more or greater amount of population, we can take interview, we can't take interview of those people, so this is also eliminated. Third is questionnaire. Yes, we have seen that questionnaire, so that's why the questionnaire is the correct answer. And the last one is schedule. Schedule is also not possible, so the correct answer is what? 3. Okay, now next question 4. Which among the following statement is true in the context of testing of hypothesis? Okay, so as we know that we test hypothesis, so from these statements which statement is the correct about the hypothesis testing? Okay, so hypothesis is what? It is the statement of prediction, okay, about the results of our problem. So we test our hypothesis by using the sample data. Okay, and the testing of hypothesis has been done to get to know us what is the plausibility of our hypothesis. Okay, so let us see the options. First is, it is only the alternative hypothesis that can be tested. Okay, so there are two types of hypothesis in the testing of hypothesis. First is null hypothesis and second one is alternative hypothesis. Okay, so null hypothesis means that there is no difference between two variables, and alternative hypothesis means there is difference between two variables. So null hypothesis means that the prediction is as it is, there is no difference between the prediction and whatever we are taking in our research. But in alternative hypothesis there is difference. Okay, so we have to test only null hypothesis. Okay, because by rejecting null hypothesis you will automatically accept what? Alternative hypothesis, or else you can accept null hypothesis. Okay, so you have to test only null hypothesis. So here only alternative hypothesis is mentioned, so this is incorrect. It is only the null hypothesis that can be tested, so that's why it is correct answer to this question. Both the alternative and the null hypothesis can be tested. No, we have to test only null hypothesis, so this is also incorrect. Both the alternative and the null hypothesis cannot be tested, so we have to test at least one, that is only null hypothesis, so this is also incorrect. So the correct answer is 2. Okay, so now next, which of the following is not the method of research? So from these options, which is not the method of research? So method of research include a certain or tools or strategies to collect the data and to analyze data. Okay, so for collection of data, what you will use? You will use survey. Okay, for example, survey means questionnaire. You will use interview sessions. Okay, for example, you will use historical method, okay, to get to know you about the past events. Okay, so all these are the methods of research. So let us see options. Survey, as we have seen that survey is a type of method of research. For example, questionnaire. Okay, so this is also eliminated. Second is historical. So by historical method of research you will get to know about the past events, and based on those events you will assume your present and future, so this is also eliminated. Third is observation. So observation is the one of the step of research. It is not the method of research. So this is the correct answer to this question. And the last one is philosophical. So philosophical is also a method of research. So this is also eliminated. So the correct answer is 3. Now in this question, it has been asked that which among the following is a secondary source of data. That means which of the following is the secondary type of data. So data are classified into two types. First is primary, okay, as all of we know, and second is secondary. So in primary data, the primary data is collected by researcher itself, okay. For example, survey, then oral narratives, then archival data, then participants diary. All these things are come under primary data. And what is secondary data? Secondary data means that the data is collected by other people rather than the primary one, okay. So for example, whenever we see government departments like National Sample Survey Organization data, okay, so the data the collected from them is the secondary data, okay. So it is not the primary data, and this data is past data, okay, not the present data. Okay, so let us see options. First is archival data. As we have seen that it is the primary data, so this is eliminated. Participants diary, it is also eliminated as it is the primary data. Third is National Sample Survey Organization data. Yes, as we have seen that this is the secondary data, so this is the correct answer to this question. Oral narratives is also the primary data, so this is also eliminated. So the correct answer is 3. Now, in this question, summarizing and interpreting primary studies related to the identified research question or objective in a qualitative manner is called. Okay, so whenever you are summarizing and interpreting primary data, okay, by relating with it identified research question or objective in a qualitative manner, then that type of review, what we call it as, okay, it has been asked, okay. So we will see the options first. First is qualitative review. So qualitative review means that it is the method through which findings from qualitative studies, okay, qualitative studies has been aggregated, then integrated and interpreted, okay. So this is the qualitative review, okay. Second is realistic review. So what we do in realistic review, in this review we mostly concerned with what, explaining the outcomes of complex programs, okay. And it is useful for us, okay, to understand results of study, to understand results of study, okay. Third is narrative review. So narrative review is concerned with research question, okay. So based on research question, okay, so it summarize and interpret its studies, and it is most helpful for us to conduct critical and objective analysis of current knowledge, okay. So this is the narrative review. And the last one is meta review. So in meta review, it is the process where reviewer has access to reviews and co-reviewers, okay. So there are two types, reviews and co-reviewers. So whenever co-reviewers make their reviews, then these reviewers, okay, reviewers, not reviews, reviewers, review these reviews of co-reviewers. So this is the meta review, okay. So in this question, they have been asked us that our primary studies, okay, is related to what? It is related to research question and objective in a qualitative manner. So the most important thing over here, that research question, okay. And as we have seen that from these reviews, which review is related to research question? Narrative review, right? So don't confuse with qualitative review, because qualitative review, what we do, we understand the qualitative studies, okay, but here they are asking you about the research question, right? So the correct answer to this question is what? Narrative review. That is answer 3. Okay. Now, in this question, a prediction regarding relationships involving theoretical constructs is known as. So, a prediction means what? It is hypothesis. So, a hypothesis regarding relationships involving theoretical constructs is known as. Okay. So let us see the options. First option is what? Directional hypothesis. So it is the prediction and it is made by a researcher regarding positive and negative change. Okay, positive and negative change, or the relationship or difference between two variables of population. So the most important thing over here, that there should be a positive or negative changes. Okay, so this is directional hypothesis. Second is relational hypothesis. So relational hypothesis predicts us about the variables are related in some way. Okay, where the variables are related in some way is suggested through what? Relational hypothesis. Third is conceptual hypothesis. So it is the educated guess. Okay, it is the educated guess about how variables relate. Okay, or educational guess about relationships between two or more variables. And the last one is operational hypothesis. So in operational hypothesis, we suggest that what variables of interest are and other variables are related to each other. So interested variables and other variables are related to each other. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is what? Conceptual hypothesis. Because in this we are doing the educated guess. That means there is the involvement of theoretical constructs. Okay, because you are providing the concepts. Okay, and that's why the correct answer to this question is 3. Now here it has been asked that a null hypothesis. So what is the definition of null hypothesis? As we have seen earlier in this video, that null hypothesis is that there is no difference between parameter and its assumed value. Okay, so there is no difference in the null hypothesis. So the first option is hypothesis of no difference. Yes, the correct answer to this question is 1. That is, there is no difference. Second is hypothesis that assigns value of 0 to the variable. No, the variable has the value, but there is no difference between two variables. So this is incorrect. Hypothesis of 0 significance, it is also incorrect. Hypothesis which can neither be proved nor disproved, it is also incorrect. So the correct answer is 1. Now here in the last question of this video, which of the following is not a criterion for the statement of a good research problem? So from these statements, which is not a criterion, okay, for the statement of good research problem. So what is research problem? As we have seen, research problem is a statement, okay, which comprises of what? A question, and for that question we have to give answers. Okay, so whenever you are going to do a good research problem, then good research problem has certain statements or the certain criterias, and the first criteria is that it should have clarity. Second is that it should be reliable, or it should be relevance. Okay, so it should have relevance. Then third one is it should have utility. Then it should be empirical. Okay, so all these are the criterion whenever you are stating a good research problem. So let us see options. First is expression of relationship between among or variables. So it should express relationship between variables, because when they don't express the relationship between variables, then we can't test the hypothesis. Okay, so it is also eliminated. Clarity and unambiguousness, yes, they should have clarity and unambiguousness, so this is also eliminated. Possibility of empirical testing means possibility of testing based on the evidence. Okay, so they should have possibility, the research question should have the possibility that we are testing based on the evidence, so this is also eliminated. And the last one is possibility of use of statistical analysis. Okay, so use of statistical analysis is not every time important, because empirical analysis is the important thing, because analysis based on the evidence. Okay, and statistical analysis is there whenever there is the data analysis. Okay, and for data analysis, you are doing statistical analysis. Okay, from the primary and secondary sources of data. So the use of, or the possibility of use of statistical analysis is not the criteria for for the statement of good research problem. So this is the correct answer. Thank you for watching this video. So if you have any doubts, then you can ask me in the comment box.